statement on the tragic death of Racheal and the dangerous politics of hate, intimidation, and incitement. We are deeply saddened and outraged by the horrific death of the Racheal woman who suffered a brutal acid attack allegedly carried out by unknown assailants. Racheal's only crime was openly expressing her democratic choice and political loyalty through a tattoo of President Dr. William Samoei Ruto on her body. That is not just a personal legacy to Racheal and loved ones. It is a painful reminder of the growing culture of intolerance, political intimidation, and recklessness of public derogating that continues to poison our national disclosure. We extend our heartfelt condolences to Racheal's families and friends and all Kenyans shocked by this cruel and senseless act. No family should bury a daughter or a son because of politics. No Kenyan should fear violence for supporting a leader of their choice. We strongly, in the strongest terms, condemn the carelessness, responsible and inflammatory remarks remarkably made by the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, who publicly called for punishment and citation of Mount Kenya artist statement, normalize hostility, embolden extremists, and create an imaginable and eventual actionable. Allow me to repeat that. Such reckless statements normalize hostility, embolden extremists, and create an environment where violence against dissenting voices becomes imaginable and eventually actionable. Leadership demands restraint, wisdom, and responsibility, not threats, intimidations, or political bullying. It is therefore deeply disturbing that a leader seeking the highest office in the land would engage in divisive rhetoric that undermines democracy, freedom of expression, and national unity. Kenya is a constitutional democracy, not a political cult where citizens are punished for independent thoughts or political association. The politics of fear, cohesion, and vengeance has no place in the modern society of our beloved country, Kenya. History has repeatedly shown that when influential leaders weaponize anger and tribal emotions, ordinary Kenyans become the targets. Words matter. Public statements matter. Leaders must understand
and then this is just
Yes. As we continue, history has repeatedly shown that when influential leaders weaponize anger and tribal emotions, ordinary Kenyans become the targets. Words matter. Public statements matter. Leaders must understand that reckless utterances carry consequences beyond political rallies and television. We call upon one, investigative agencies to conduct swift, transparent, and through investigations into Racheal's attack and death. Number two, political leaders across the divide to reject citizens and condemn intolerance. Number three, Kenyans to defend the constitutional rights of every Kenyan, every citizen, regardless of their political affiliation or association. Human rights organizations and women leaders to stand firmly against political motivated violence and intimidation. We further call for peaceful vigils to all towns across Kenya to honor Racheal and
all victims of political intolerance and violence. Let the nation stand united in demanding justice, dignity, and protection of democratic freedoms. Additionally, this afternoon we shall present a formal petition to the Inspector General of Police demanding organs investigations, accountability, protection of witnesses, and immediate action against those spreading dangerous incitements and hate. I submit this statement to the fourth estate and allow my colleagues to be able to input a few words, and I continue condemning strongly as a woman that it is our right to choose which associations we want to be associated with politically, and it is wrong for anybody to castigate that. I submit.
My name is Wamuthende, Member of Parliament, and first, on behalf of my family, the people of Berenos, I extend my sincere condolences to Racheal's family and tell them that we stand with them in this difficult time and we will support them all the way. And I want to say, Kenyans, what we have witnessed with the Racheal's case is something that should not happen in Kenya, a democracy that is guarded by the Constitution and laws that we passed as a republic. To have a young woman, a mother, a sister, a wife, a daughter, be treated in such inhumane manner, meet such a death, untimely and cruel, is unacceptable and should be condemned by all leaders across the political divide. We are expectant of a statement from the opposition because we know this attack was politically motivated. She came out with a tattoo of a sitting president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and she was accosted and this happened. I want to confirm that I was with the family at DCI homicide headquarters. The investigations are ongoing, and I believe we are going to see in the next few days action being taken against whoever did this shameful and despicable act against our sister, the late Racheal. In a cold slab in here, a young woman who, a day like this last week, was full of life and expressing the support to our leader, President William Samoei Ruto. She lies here, you know. It's actually really painful. No crime at all, you know. And I want to urge members of the Fourth Estate to circulate this so that anyone who feels that they can make political statements aimed at maligning a section of the public that sees what the president is doing and supports the president, it cannot happen today. Otherwise, I thank you all for coming. I thank our supporters who came in their large numbers, and we say we are going to continue this. We are going to sensitize until the opposition comes out and condemns this act, or they tell us whether they are mobilizing their supporters against us. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me also take this opportunity to convey my condolences and that of my family and the UD party for the loss of Racheal through these most heinous, most barbaric acts. And let me also take this opportunity to say that we are not living in normal times. We are living in extraordinary times. And I think it's incumbent upon all leaders to know that we are living in very, very delicate situation as a country. Anybody has got an opportunity to cause chaos, to incite. It's so cheap to organize a demonstration even of 50 people. It does not, anybody, you don't even have to be a leader to do it. If you want to use your influence for negative reasons, it is so easy and so cheap to do that. But I just hope that leaders can realize